I'm trying to get on the internet, you guys, but things are not cooperating this evening. Let's see here. There we are. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington. This is an abbreviated version. I'm having to stream off of 2 different devices this evening. Technical difficulties, guys. Technical difficulties. And it is Monday. What can I tell you? Hey to Joshua. Good to see you tonight. And for those of you that want to ask questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section. And I see that there's other people joining, but I can't see them on the feed. Hey to Arthea Morgan. It looks like my beautiful neighbor, Miss Amber Benting, is on tonight. Yeah. Okay. Hey to Judith Hesick, Ina, Vivian, Amber, there you are. And welcome to the chat over here on YouTube, you guys. Sorry for the delay there. So what happened was I noticed that the internet was kind of acting a little wonky, and at 6:58, I'm stuck in my glasses. At 6:58, I asked David to reset the router, and there were some glitches with that. So, hey to Melissa Begley, good to see you. So I had to do my backup plan, which is to go with my tablet and my phone and just smash them together. So you won't be able to see any of the graphics that I uploaded for you tonight. But the content is what, I think is the most important thing, is the content, because we're heading straight into winter, and I keep wanting to look up at my webcam. It is not working. So forgive me if I look away. That's sort of been ingrained in my head to look at the webcam and not down here at the other screens. But I wanted to go ahead and bring the content to you because we're heading into the dark days of winter, and this is something that you desperately need to know because it's something that can make or break your days. Hey to Mary Bida, good to see you tonight. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. And to those of you that are joining on YouTube, welcome. Hey to Yasmin Jadoon and Deborah, good to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the comments about my hair. I try hard. All right, light therapies for winter. Okay, why do we need this? And why does the light diminishing affect us so badly? Now, I have links to the articles and the stuff that I pulled from the internet for the show. So and I saved them. So if you guys want any of these links, you need to message me after the show, and I will be glad to share those links with you that contains all of the information that I'm presenting to you tonight. So, does anybody know what a biophoton is? What are biophotons? Yeah. Sorry, Ina. Yeah, my phone is functioning off of it's off the Verizon service, because the internet here at the house, I think it's still out. I don't know. I'll have to have David troubleshoot it when we get off of air, but it still has a hash mark over the internet. Yeah, it's not working. So I'll check it. And this only happens on Monday night. Can you believe it? It only happens on Monday night when I need it to work. So what can you say? And it could be my little clowns back here affecting everything. So anybody know what biophotons are? Melissa says biological light. You are correct. Amber says what we produce in light. Yeah, we produce light. Like our bodies produce light. So let me read you a little excerpt from this study. When we're thinking about light, we usually think about light in waves. But light is actually a kind of, or the biophoton is a kind of electromagnetic radiation that we can see that has color based on how fast the wave is vibrating in its frequency. So the biophotons have light waves, and the light waves emit different colors based on how fast the wave is vibrating, or what its frequency is. So the lower frequencies are the red colors, and the higher frequencies are more towards the violet colors. So there are also frequencies that are slower than red, and we call those infrared. And we have waves that are faster than violet, so we call those ultraviolet. And that's why the infrared and the ultraviolet are not on the visible light spectrum, because they're vibrating at such a frequency that's either too low or too fast for our eyes to perceive. So Judith wants to know, it's them haunted clowns. Or yeah, Judith, it is those haunted clowns. And let's see if, okay. I'm trying to bring up the live chat on YouTube so I can see what everybody's saying. So Ina wants to know, is that what creates the aura? Yes, that's exactly what your aura is. And that's kind of why I disagree with a lot of the stuff about auras, because as your emotions change, I feel like what you emanate in your aura changes. Like if you are in a rage of anger, then the overwhelming frequency that's going to be going on will be red. And so, whatever experience that you're going through, the emotions that you're going through at that moment are going to produce the color frequency of what your light emanates for that moment. Now, there may be a general undertone of the aura, but I think that it's more overlaid by what you're experiencing at that particular moment. So we're all made of these biophotons, okay? And now the biophoton is the wave, but it behaves like a physical particle, like a chunk of light, or a quanta is what we call it. And it's a basic unit of light, and the quanta of light is called a photon. Hey to Yolanda, good to see you tonight. And Sheila and Angela Adkins, good to see you. So, biophotons are these bits of light that are generated spontaneously by most living cells. Now, our research shows that biophotons are created in the DNA that resides in the mitochondria of your cells. And the mitochondria are the little powerhouses of the cells. They are created in the 98% of each DNA molecule that is not used for genetic coding or behavior. So it's like ingrained in the basic DNA of your body. All of your cells, and I found this fascinating, all of your cells have biophotons except for red blood cells. All of the cells emit biophotons except red blood cells. Now, why would that be? I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet. But I think that it's significant that the red blood cells do not emit a biophotonic wavelength or quanta. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see the live chat on there. Okay, I just want to make sure it's not showing me the full chat on YouTube. What I have to do to see the chat is push the chat box. It'll bring it up for like 15 seconds and then it goes away. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I'm just going to roll with it tonight, y'all. Hey to Ricky Elkins. Good to see you tonight, guy. So all of your cells, except for the red blood cells, emit biophotons. that's going to affect us dramatically in the wintertime when the light that's around us is starting to fade or starting to diminish, because the mitochondrial core is what emits these biophotons. And so there was another study that I saw that said that your skin actually stores up biophotonic energy for the winter. So how can we help ourselves through the winter? And I was just talking to somebody about this evening. Hey, to Beth, good to see you tonight. Was that we might have been fed a bunch of BS about staying out of sunshine and not being out in the sun and the risk of skin cancer and all, it's all fear mongering. And yes, I've had skin cancer, but that was from, exposure I had in childhood. So Yolanda wants to know, your mood will affect your glow, right? Absolutely. It sure will. It sure will. It definitely affects everything about the glow from your body. Your mood is going to affect everything, because why? It's the frequency. It's the frequency of the light waves, and the different frequencies let's say you're in a bad mood. Well, your light frequency is going to be more red, and that's going to affect how the light is put off of your body in communication to other people. And in doing this research, I really started reading a lot about how that energy communicates to other people. And we'll do a show on that too, so that I can let you know how this biophotonic energy or waveform puts off communication that's subtle to other people that you're not readily perceiving. So that's for another show. Hey to Pamela Thompson, good to see you tonight. And what I'm doing is checking YouTube to see if there are any questions on that. Okay. So 2 things that you can do to put the light energy back into the mitochondria so that you have more energy during the winter. And it's all about, not being depressed, not being overtired, not having, so some of the symptoms, let's just go into this. Some of the symptoms of the lack of light are the following: depression, lack of energy, trouble sleeping, anxiety, feelings of sadness, feelings of hopelessness, and ongoing irritability. Those are all symptoms that can be looked at as maybe needing some type of light therapy. So what can we do? I'm bringing 2 therapies to you tonight. So the first one is a seasonal affective light treatment. Now I'm going to show you the one that I have right here. This is a seasonal affective light treatment lamp. Okay. And this is what you would use. You can get them off of Amazon. You can get them off the internet. And what this does is the light produced by this light box simulates normal sunlight that's missing during the darker months. And it's thought that the light improves seasonal affective disorder by encouraging your brain to reduce the amount of production of melatonin, and that's the hormone that makes you sleepy, and to increase the production of the serotonin hormone, which affects your mood. So what this does is it mimics outdoor light, and it's thought that this type of light causes a chemical change in the brain that lifts your mood and erases other symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, such as being tired most of the time and sleeping too much. Now, you want to expose yourself to this type of light, and generally it's measured in 10,000 lux of light. So this is the seasonal affective light treatment. This is the one that I have. It's kind of a smaller one, and I like to just set it on you want to set it next to you where you're not directly looking at it, but it is shining on you, and you are getting some of the light that's put off by it. Now this one has different settings where you can diminish it so it doesn't shine so brightly, and then as you get a better look at it. I got this one off of Amazon. I'm just going to see if I can see what... It doesn't have the brand name on it. I got it a really long time ago. Lasis, Lasis Investment LLC. Circadian Optics. So the name of the website is circadianoptics.com. It's been a good little thing. It folds up. It's been a good little light. I've had it for many years now, and it's very reliable. It's a good product, I think. So that's the seasonal effective light box. Okay, let me check for questions over here on YouTube. Now, okay, so what I looked up about using the sad light, I'm going to call it a sad light because that's basically what it is. You're supposed to use them within the first hour of you waking up in the morning for about 20 to 30 minutes. You want to keep it about 24 inches from you, but not directly in your face. But whatever device that you end up getting, always go by your manufacturer's instructions. You want to keep your eyes open, but you don't want the light shining in your face or directly at you, just kind of in that general area. So what I do is I just put it on my desk and kind of aim it to where the light is shining on me, but it's not in my face. Now the next type of light therapy is the one I really love, and it's far infrared light therapy. Again, if you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will try to watch for them. Okay, far infrared light. So infrared heat is pretty much generated all around us all the time. It's a radiant heat. And you felt it from sources like, fire, heated sand on the beach. It's not like ultraviolet light. The ultraviolet light is generated from the sun, but the infrared light is that longer, slower wavelength, and it's more thermal. They have short or near infrared waves, but not all of those, in fact, that you can feel. It's more of the long infrared that you feel. And the far infrared or the long infrared are the waves that your body really benefits from. Hey to Kimberlyn, good to see you. So now this information that I got for you tonight came from the Cleveland Clinic, and like I said, I saved the links to this stuff for you that you can ask me for, and I'll send them to you in a message. So Sheila says, if you can find them, if you Google happy light. Oh, okay. So your therapist told you about the far or the infrared light, or you're talking about the SAD. Okay, Sheila, you're talking about the SAD lamp. Yeah, they're all over. There's all different kinds to order, definitely. But anyway, the rest of the information came from Cleveland Clinic, and like I said, I saved the links for you guys. Now, here are some of the other descriptives that people are using to label far infrared light treatment. And you know how we love to just slap a new name on something and market it as something different, but it really isn't. These are all far infrared treatment that are labeled as other things to attract people's attention. So these are other names you might hear to describe red light therapy. Include low level laser light therapy, low pointer or low power laser therapy, non-thermal LED light, soft laser therapy, cold laser therapy, biostimulation, photonic stimulation, photobiomodulation, and phototherapy. It's all far infrared light therapy, guys. Don't be fooled, and don't pay, an exorbitant amount of money for a new fancy name. Now, here's what was interesting about this information was, let me turn this off. Oh, gosh. What was interesting about this is that the studies for this was all originally done through NASA, okay? So NASA originally began experimenting with red light therapy on plant growth in space. And then when they found out how well that worked, they turned to investigating on the astronauts how the far infrared light helped heal wounds. How about that? And so, in fact, red light therapy is already widely medically accepted in its use of photodynamic therapy. In this therapy, low power red laser light is used to activate a photosensitizer drug. The interaction creates a chemical reaction that destroys cells. It's used to treat some skin conditions. Okay, get a load of this. This is why I was telling you guys that we've been fed a bunch of BS, because this far infrared light treats skin cancer. What about that? Skin cancer, psoriasis, acne, warts, and it also treats other types of cancer. So you gotta wonder, is Big Pharma keeping us slathered up with skin blockers because they want to sell us a tube of skin blocker of light blocking? So red light therapy is thought to work by acting on the power plant. Well, that's the mitochondrial biophotonic energy of your DNA. It's thought to work by acting on the power plant of your body cells called the mitochondria. You need this energy. This is just my opinion, backed by some of the research that I found on the internet. This is scientific research. Like I said, this came from Cleveland Clinic. With more energy, other cells can do their work more efficiently, such as repairing skin, boosting new cell growth, enhancing skin rejuvenation. More specifically, certain cells absorb light wavelengths and are stimulated to work. Can you imagine? We need this. We really, really do. Hey to Tony Lahane, and special shout out to my buddy Rob Abbott. Not only does it help with all this stuff, but it increases fibroblast production, increases collagen, which we're all wanting to look a little bit younger, need a little bit more collagen here. Increase blood circulation to the tissue, and that's how it helped with the wound healing and reducing inflammation in cells. And how many disorders these days are caused from inflammation? All right, let me look, and I want to make sure. Okay, Ida wants to know, I've heard of something called light wave patches. Have you heard of them? They are supposed to work wonders for your health. I will have to, Ina, research that. Not sure about that, because, and I just talked about this with a client of mine this evening, there are a lot of fake stuff out there that they're trying to capitalize maybe off of the light therapy, the true light therapies, and it's sort of scamming stuff. But I will have to do some research into light wave patches, Ina, and see what the deal is behind that. Hey to Blair over here on Facebook. Now, so my plan for the future is I think from now on at 6 o'clock in the evening on Mondays before the show, I'll just automatically have David reboot the internet, and maybe I'll have plenty of time to troubleshoot whatever problems come up before the show. But of course, this is going to be saved on YouTube, and it's going to be saved on Facebook. But we have all of the podcasts that are waiting for the information. So I will have to download one of these shows to get it distributed to the podcast. Yes, I will definitely let you know, Ina, in a PM, a private message, on what I find out about the light wave patches. I'll definitely let you know. You guys have a fabulous week. Thanks for hanging in there with me tonight while I was trying to scramble and get something going here. I appreciate your tolerance and patience for that. Sorry there's no promos or fancy graphics this evening. I do want to thank the sponsors of the show tonight, feedspot.com. It's where you can just pay like $5 a month and you can get all your favorite shows on a feed, and they update it every day, and they send the feed to you in your email so you can kind of keep up with all of your favorite stuff. And fresh cat mushrooms. I use the mushroom supplements every day. They're a real good pick-me-up in the middle of the day when you need a boost. Don't just have a regular coffee, put the mushrooms in it. They come in little packages now. It's easy to use, but I like using the big container where all you have to do is scoop it out and put it in your coffee. It's a lot cheaper. It's like less than half the cost doing it that way. And don't go with those little packages of mushroom coffees that are super expensive. Make your own coffee, put a little scoop of mushroom fresh cap in there, and you're good to go. Hey to Tom, good evening. So those are the two sponsors of the show. And so if you want to get fresh cat mushrooms, don't forget, put Kathryn 10, Kathryn 10 on your order. You will get 10% off. We'll see you later. Don't forget Fun Fries coming up this weekend. Kisses from Kentucky, and I will see you guys later. Hope you have a good evening and a good week.